Mobilizz came highly recommended from another vendor that we work with. After a few discussions and a meeting with the team at Mobilizz, they were a good choice. They clearly demonstrated an understanding of law enforcement and how telematics could play an important part for our service. It was an easy partnership, very easy to get along with, and very knowledgeable in what they do. They clearly demonstrated too, with the tools that are available in MyGeotab, how we could capture a lot of data that we weren't able to actually be able to make use of before.
It's very interesting that the evolution of policing has really been a strong focus on technology. And you want to be on the leading edge, but you don't want to be on the cutting edge. And we have to make sure that we're being as effective and efficient as possible to our community. The reason that we were looking for telematics in our vehicles was we believed that we were missing so many key elements about either the officers driving, the officers' equipment, and malfunctions in that vehicle. We were looking at a way to be the most effective and most efficient in the delivery of our services, but at the same time providing a very, very safe environment for our officers and, at the end of the day, our community.
We completed outfitting all of our frontline vehicles, traffic safety unit vehicles, with the Go9 Geotab device, and a lot of those vehicles were outfitted to then connect with the lights and sirens, and as well as detect the C8 removal. We've been able to benefit greatly from having that infrastructure in our cars. When we started down the road of a telematics solution, it was really to focus on the fleet side of things, for a fleet to be able to get the mileage and the maintenance schedules, the engine faults and such. But what was the real benefit, or the surprise benefit with working with Geotab, was being able to take that and provide an interface that our dispatchers could use to be able to actually see live the location of the vehicles from dispatch. We've been able to see huge benefits in how we've been able to improve officer safety, ensuring that seatbelts are on, that officers aren't speeding, or at least when they are speeding to an event, there's a good reason for it.
Accountability has definitely increased. We've had a couple of scenarios where the GPS technology has helped us out, as far as we receive complaints from a certain neighborhood that they're not seeing police officers, or they never see a police officer in their neighborhood. With the technology, I can create a zone in that area where the complaint may be coming from, and I can tell the person, well, we've had X amount of hours of somebody driving through your neighborhood, or this many times over this time period, the vehicle has been coming through the neighborhood. And that usually settles them down when I can say I have actual proof that it has occurred. One recent scenario, we had a call from the public telling us that a car had been speeding by, no lights and sirens, at excessive speeds. The other thing that this technology will tell us, it will tell me that the lights and sirens were on. Within minutes, I pulled that up, I looked at it, and it shows me that the lights and sirens were going, and I tell the person, well, actually, we have technology in the vehicle that tells us when the lights and sirens are activated, and puts those complaints to bed very quickly.
Whenever you're looking at vehicles, you have to consider price because of budgets and being fiscally responsible to the budget and the taxpayers of the city of Belleville. So we always have to consider that, but we also want to look at quality, and we also want to look at standardization. And so we've worked really, really hard to get our vehicles all standard, operating the same, lights the same, sirens the same. So no matter what vehicle you jump into, it's going to be the same operating system.
It's a lot more streamlined, I think, now, having telematics. A huge time saver, I find, and keeping the fleet in the best shape it's ever been.
The fleet maintenance and coordination of the fleet, that was another offset that we wanted, but that we didn't understand how much of a benefit it would be. We've already seen a reduction in our claims. We've seen a reduction in our collisions because of the speed reports and the seatbelt reports that we receive on a weekly basis. In an accident investigation, it's been pivotal. And you can ensure, one, not only is the person or persons involved safe, including most importantly, your officer, but also the members of the public.
Mobilizz has been able to provide us a low maintenance, reliable, functional telematics solution that's providing us a lot of data and addressing the needs of the senior management team and the reports and dealing with public complaints and inquiries. So there is a lot of reporting tools and benefits that we get that I don't think would be available in just a typical telematics solution. As we've continued the journey with Mobilizz and Geotab, we continue to find more and more data that we're able to make use of.